Hey guys, we're starting a brand new week. I hate I'm still not at school with you, but I will be at school next week. So let's go ahead and get started. I miss you all terribly. Let's see, hold on. Okay, we are starting Unit 3. So Miss Merritt, there should be a new tip chart for the students to complete. So if you will, go ahead and pass out the tip chart. It kind of looks like this, has term, information, and picture. So if you will pass that out, guys, and then we will go over what's on our tip chart. So if you'll pause this video, Miss Merritt, and go ahead and pass out the tip chart, that would be great. All right, guys, now that you have your tip charts, this is going to be number 1 for Unit 3, and our term is area. Now, you might have heard me talk about area last week in my videos. So this is going to be number 1, and this is area. A-R-E-A. So go ahead and write that beside term. All right, and information is the amount of space a shape covers. The amount of space a shape covers. I'm going to go ahead and show you the picture. All right, and there's a square. Remember, it is partitioned or cut into 4 equal size pieces. So the area, which is on the inside, there are 4 square units. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So Miss Merritt, if you will pause this video and guys, go ahead and copy this down in your tip chart. Okay, now that everybody has our tip chart done, let's go ahead and get started with area. So area, remember, is just the part on the inside. Okay, and we measure area in square units. This square has an area of 1 square unit. So that's just how, like, you know how in our word problems, it says how many miles did they travel or how many books did they read. That'll be our label, miles and books. Well, square units is going to be our label whenever we measure area. So anytime, we'll get more into this tomorrow. All right, so let's look down at the second paragraph. You can measure area by covering a shape with same size squares without gaps or overlaps. Then we count to find out how many same size squares or square units cover the shape. So this is kind of what we did last week with the equal size squares on the inside. And so now all we have to do is figure out how many are on the inside. So we can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can say that this rectangle has an area of 6 square units. And that's just the label whenever we talk about area, square units. Okay, next one. It says each square in the grid below represents 1 square foot. What is the area of this shaded rectangle above? So remember, all we're looking at is the inside. So to find area, all you have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get my pen, hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you should have gotten A, 21, because all we're looking at is the shaded rectangle. So don't think we're talking about all of this white area right here. We are just looking at the shaded part. All right. What is the area of the shaded rectangle above? Now, I want you all to figure this out, Miss Merritt. If you will pause this video. All right, guys. I hope you were able to count the inside of this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it should have been 9 square centimeters. And guys, it says square centimeters because look right here. So each square is worth 1 centimeter. So centimeters is going to be our label, and they are squares. So we have 9 square centimeters. Same thing with this one. This one was 1 foot. 1 foot represents the square. So that are 21 square feet. Whatever your label is going to be square. Okay? What is the area? Remember that key word was the area of the rectangle. Remember, area is the inside. Okay, inside. All right, I want you and your table to figure out this one. So, Ms. Merritt, if you will pause this video. All right, guys, I hope you solved it with your neighbors or the people at your table. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20. Now let's look at our key down here. It says 1 tile equals 1 square inch. So this is going to be 20 square inches. That might look funny, but it's SQ for square. We can abbreviate square by SQ. 20 square inches. Don't let that label confuse you. All you do is count the inside and then stick the label behind it. All right, what is the area of the rectangle? I hope you can quickly see that there are 8. We can count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. And then look at your key. 1 tile equals 1 square foot. So I have 8 square feet. And we'll talk about these abbreviations a little bit later. But I just did 8 SQ, that stands for square. And then foot can be abbreviated by FT. Okay? This one might look a little crazy, but let's go through it. The 10 squares below were arranged in different ways to form figures. Each square below is a unit square. So there's your label. Each one is unit square. Which figures have an area of exactly 10 square units? Okay, so let's read that again. The 10 squares below were arranged in different ways to form figures. Each square below is a unit square. So here's your question. Which figures, remember what did we say about this S right here? Figures, I hope you remember that means there are probably more than one answer. Which figures, that means there's multiple, have an area of exactly 10 square units. Okay, area, remember we're talking about the inside area of a shape. So we're going to call this one A, B, because these are all separate shapes, C, D, and E. So because it says figures, it could be A, B, C. It could be E, C, B. You don't know. Okay, I want you and your table to talk with each other and figure out which ones have an area of exactly 10 square units. Okay, Miss Merritt, if you don't mind pausing this video, please. All right, guys, let's go ahead and count and see how many of you got this one correct. So let's look at A. Well, first off, we have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there are 10 here. Let's move on to B, and we will, when we get to the end, we will narrow down which one it is, or which ones are the correct answers. And I like, guys, to go ahead and put a mark through these so I know I've counted them. I don't lose track of what I've counted. All right, so let's look at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one also has 10. It's an ugly 0. Okay, let's look at C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also has 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We talked about last week, guys, with the tiling of the rectangles. We learned that they have to be equal. I hope you remember that the squares have to be equal. So let's look at the size of these. In A, are the sizes of these squares equal? Yes. So A is correct because these squares are equal, but remember it says figures, so there's probably more than one. Let's look at B. What about the sizes of these shapes? Is this shape right here equal to this one? No, those two are not the same size, so it cannot be B. Those squares inside are not equal. What about C? Are all of these the same equal? Yes, so C would be correct. D, are all of these squares equal on the inside? Yes, so D is also correct. What about E? This one looks really funny. You see how they overlap each other? See how this shape cuts into that tan shape right there? And look at that teeny tiny little pink shape right there. E is not correct because they overlap and they are not the same size. Guys, you're probably thinking that A and C look a little bit funny. It still has an area of 10 square units, but see how they're missing some right here? That's okay. This is called an irregular shape. Irregular. But look at D. See how all of these are pushed together, and this is a regular shape. Okay. All right. Each square in the grid below represents 1 square inch. What is the area of the shaded square above? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if there's 6 in each row, let me see. Let me get my pen. Six in that row. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there's 30. Now we have to look at our key right here. So each one represents 1 inch. And if we're doing area, it's square inches. Okay, so that's A, 30 square inches. All right, now, Miss Merritt, if you will pause this video, guys, I want you to look at 12 and 13. these two right here. Work with your group to find the area of each shape. So I want you to find the area of 12 and 13. Go ahead and pause this video. Okay, guys, all you had to do was count the squares on the inside. Remember last week we worked on filling in these squares. So I hope here you found it was 12 square units. And here on 13, all you had to do was, even though these are not connected, you can see where the rows and columns would be. Okay, and this one, I hope you found that it was 15 square units. All right, and this one, what is the area of this shape? Now, I want you to ask yourself, is this an irregular shape or a regular shape? Yes, this is irregular. It's not regular because it's not a shape that we're familiar with. It's not like a rectangle with all the pieces. See how it looks like pieces are missing here and here? That's okay. That's just called an irregular shape. So I want you to find the area of this shape. Okay, all you had to do was count the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7. If there's not a label for you, that's going to be 7 square units. If there is not a label for this, anytime we do area, you're going to measure that in square units. All right, so now I want you to get out your agenda. Flip to today's date, Monday, January 11th. You have 2 things to write in your agenda this week. So for Monday, January 11th, I want you to write homework is due Friday. And then Miss Merritt, at the end of class, if you don't mind passing out homework. Guys, that goes in your homework page protector. Don't stick it in the front of that folder. Put it in that first page protector. Then Friday, flip to Friday, January 15th. You're going to have a daily grade over area. Okay, Miss Merritt, if you want to pause this video, let them copy this down in their agenda, and then resume the video again, because then I'll tell them their assignments for today. All right, guys, after you've copied this in your agenda, your practice for today, I want you to complete practice pages 293, 294. Remember, the page numbers are at the bottom. And then let Miss Merritt check it. If you're in my second period, let Miss Nobles check it. 293, 294. And then I want you to do extra math.